Start with Why by Simon Sinek is a book that explores the concept of the golden circle and argues that successful individuals and organizations start with a clear sense of purpose, why they exist, beyond just what they do or how they do it. Sinek's central idea is encapsulated in the question, why do some people and organizations succeed more than others? Here's an overview of the key concepts in Start with Why. The golden circle. The golden circle is a central concept in Simon Sinek's book, Start with Why. It's a model that represents a way of thinking about the communication and leadership strategies of successful individuals and organizations. The golden circle consists of three layers: why, how, and what. 1. Why. The innermost circle represents the core purpose, cause or belief that inspires an individual or organization. It answers the question, why does this entity exist beyond just making money or fulfilling a need? Sinek argues that truly influential leaders and organizations start with a clear understanding of their why. This is the driving force behind their actions and decisions. It's the reason they get out of bed in the morning, and the higher cause that goes beyond the products or services they offer. 2. How. The middle circle represents the process or guiding principles that distinguish the entity. It answers the question, how does this entity fulfill its purpose or achieve its goals? While the how is essential, Sinek suggests that it's often the least unique aspect of an organization. Many entities can articulate how they do what they do. However, the real differentiator lies in the clarity and articulation of the why. 3. What. The outer circle represents the tangible products, services, or actions that an entity delivers. It answers the question, what does this entity do or provide? The what is the most tangible and easily communicable aspect of an organization. It includes the products an organization sells, the services it offers, or the actions it takes. However, Sinek's model suggests that leading with the what is less effective in inspiring and building long-term loyalty. 4. Key points. The golden circle is often visualized as an inverted triangle with the why at the top, representing the foundational and overarching principle that guides the organization. Sinek argues that effective communication and leadership start from the inside out. Instead of starting with what, features, products, and moving outward, leaders and organizations should start with why, communicating their purpose and beliefs first. 5 examples. Sinek often uses Apple as an example. Their marketing messages often start with why. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. This is followed by how, innovative design, user-friendly interface, and then what, computers, phones, tablets. Sinek also cites Martin Luther King Jr. as an individual who effectively communicated his why, inspiring a movement for civil rights. King's speeches focused on his vision, why, for a world of equality and justice, rather than the specifics of how or what needed to change. In summary, the golden circle concept encourages individuals and organizations to start with a clear understanding and communication of their why, emphasizing purpose and belief as a powerful way to inspire and connect with others. Start with why. In Start with Why, Simon Sinek places a significant emphasis on the concept of why, and argues that understanding and communicating the why is crucial for both individuals and organizations. Here's an in-depth exploration of the importance of why. 1. Emotional connection. The why is deeply tied to emotions. It's not just about the products or services an organization offers, it's about the values and beliefs that resonate with people on a personal level. When individuals can emotionally connect with an organization's purpose, it fosters loyalty and commitment. 2. Inspiration and motivation. The why serves as a source of inspiration. It goes beyond the day-to-day tasks and challenges, providing a higher purpose that can motivate individuals. When people understand the why, they are more likely to be inspired to contribute to something meaningful. 3. Differentiation and loyalty. The what, products or services, and the how, processes or strategies, can be replicated by others, but the why is unique to each organization. Understanding and communicating the why creates a clear point of differentiation in the market. Customers and employees who share in the organization's purpose are more likely to be loyal. 4. Clarity of direction. The why provides a compass for decision-making and strategy. It guides the direction an organization takes, helping leaders make choices that align with their core beliefs. This clarity of purpose enables organizations to stay focused on their mission, even in the face of challenges. 5. Influence and leadership. Leaders who effectively communicate the why have a greater influence on others. Whether it's leading a team or guiding an entire organization, the ability to articulate a compelling purpose fosters trust and followership. People are more likely to rally behind leaders who inspire them with a shared sense of purpose. 6. Attraction of like-minded individuals. Articulating the why attracts individuals who share similar values. Whether it's customers or team members, those who resonate with an organization's purpose are more likely to become part of its community. This alignment creates a culture of like-minded individuals working towards a common goal. 7. Resilience in challenges. Understanding the why provides resilience in the face of challenges. When individuals and organizations encounter setbacks, having a clear sense of purpose helps them navigate difficulties. The why becomes a source of strength and determination during tough times. 8. Communication that inspires. Sinek argues that inspirational communication starts with why. While many organizations and leaders focus on communicating what and how, features, benefits, processes, those who lead with why tap into the emotional core that resonates with others. This kind of communication is more likely to leave a lasting impact. 9. Alignment with values. Individuals are increasingly seeking alignment between their personal values and the organizations they engage with. When organizations communicate a clear and authentic why, they attract individuals who find alignment with their own beliefs, fostering a sense of belonging. 10. Building a movement. Successful leaders and organizations that start with why have the potential to build movements rather than just businesses. Movements are fueled by a shared sense of purpose, and they can have a lasting impact on society. In summary, the importance of why lies in its ability to create emotional connections, inspire action, differentiate an organization, provide clarity of direction, attract like-minded individuals, and ultimately build a resilient and impactful foundation for success. The law of diffusion of innovation. In Start With Why, Simon Sinek incorporates the law of diffusion of innovation to explain how ideas and movements gain traction and achieve widespread adoption. This law, often represented as a bell curve, identifies different segments of the population based on their willingness to adopt new ideas or innovations. Here's an in-depth exploration of the law of diffusion of innovation. 1. Innovation adoption curve. The law of diffusion of innovation proposes that the adoption of an innovation follows a predictable pattern, represented by a curve. This curve is divided into different segments based on the willingness of individuals to embrace new ideas. The curve typically includes segments like innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. 2. Innovators and early adopters. Innovators and early adopters are the first to embrace new ideas and innovations. They are characterized by their openness to risk, willingness to experiment, and desire for novelty. These individuals are crucial in the early stages of an idea or movement. 3. Early and late majority. The early majority and late majority represent the larger segments of the population that adopt innovations after they have been validated by the innovators and early adopters. These groups are more risk-averse and adopt new ideas once they see evidence of their success. 4. Laggards. Laggards are the last to adopt innovations. They are resistant to change and often stick to traditional ways of doing things. They may only adopt new ideas when they have become the norm or when there is no other choice. 5. Tipping point. The law of diffusion of innovation suggests that there is a tipping point in the adoption curve. Successful innovations reach a critical mass where they transition from being embraced by a small group to becoming widely accepted by the majority. 6. Role of why in diffusion. Sinek argues that the why, the purpose, cause, or belief behind an innovation, plays a crucial role in the diffusion process. Innovators and early adopters are often driven by a shared sense of purpose and values, making the why a powerful motivator for these groups. 7. Crossing the chasm. Innovations often face a challenge when transitioning from early adopters to the early majority. This transition is referred to as crossing the chasm. Sinek suggests that having a clear and compelling why helps in crossing this chasm by appealing to the emotional and value-driven motivations of a broader audience. 8. Building a movement. Successful movements, according to Sinek, leverage the law of diffusion of innovation by starting with a clear why. The purpose and values behind a movement attract innovators and early adopters who are more likely to become advocates and influencers in spreading the idea. 9. Influence of early adopters. Early adopters are influential in the diffusion process. They serve as opinion leaders and influencers who can sway the opinions of the majority. Their alignment with the why can make the diffusion process more effective. 10. Organic growth. Sinek emphasizes that successful movements and ideas often experience organic growth when they start with a clear why. This growth is driven by the genuine support and belief of those who resonate with the purpose behind the idea. In summary, the law of diffusion of innovation provides a framework for understanding how ideas spread through a population. Sinek integrates this law into his argument in Start With Why, highlighting the role of a compelling why in attracting early adopters, crossing the chasm, and ultimately building a movement that achieves widespread acceptance and success. The infinite game. In Start With Why, Simon Sinek introduces the concept of the infinite game, a framework that challenges the traditional notion of business and leadership as finite win-or-lose endeavors. This idea extends beyond the book and has been further explored in Sinek's subsequent works. Here's an exploration of the infinite game concept. 1. Finite versus infinite games. Sinek draws a distinction between finite and infinite games. In a finite game, there are clear rules, a defined endpoint, and winners and losers. Business and sports competitions often fall into this category. On the other hand, infinite games have no fixed rules, no predetermined endpoint, and the goal is to keep the game in play indefinitely. 2. Business as an infinite game. Sinek argues that business and leadership should be approached as infinite games. Rather than focusing on short-term wins or beating competitors, the goal is to outlast, outmaneuver, and out-innovate over the long term. The idea is rooted in sustaining success and adapting to changing circumstances. 3. Lack of clear endpoints. Infinite games lack clear endpoints. Success is not measured by quarterly earnings or market share alone, but by the organization's ability to endure and thrive over time. The focus is on building something that lasts, rather than achieving immediate victories. 4. Adaptability and resilience. In an infinite game, adaptability is key. The ability to pivot, evolve, and embrace change is crucial for long-term success. Resilience becomes a measure of the organization's ability to weather challenges and setbacks, always remaining in the game. 5. Value of consistency. Consistency in purpose and values becomes paramount in the infinite game. Organizations that are guided by a clear why, purpose, and uphold consistent values have a better chance of navigating uncertainty and maintaining a loyal following. 6. Continuous improvement. Rather than achieving a fixed state of perfection, the infinite game encourages a mindset of continuous improvement. The focus is on becoming better over time, iterating on successes and learning from failures. 7. Healthy competition. In an infinite game, the competition is seen more as worthy rivals than adversaries to be defeated. Healthy competition can drive innovation and improvement, contributing to the overall progress of the industry or field. 8. Long-term relationships. Building and maintaining relationships with customers, employees, and partners over the long term is emphasized in the infinite game. Loyalty and trust become critical elements for enduring success. 9. Infinite-minded leadership. Leaders in the infinite game must adopt an infinite mindset. This involves prioritizing long-term vision over short-term gains, fostering a culture of innovation, and maintaining a commitment to the organization's why. 10. Legacy and impact. Success in the infinite game is measured by the legacy an organization leaves and the impact it has on the world. It's about contributing to something greater than the individual or the organization itself. In summary, the infinite game concept encourages a shift in perspective from short-term victories to long-term, enduring success. It aligns with the idea of starting with why and building movements that go beyond immediate goals, contributing to a more purpose-driven and resilient approach to business and leadership. Overall, Start with Why challenges individuals and organizations to deeply understand and communicate their purpose as a means of inspiring action and building lasting success. By starting with why, leaders can create a sense of direction, authenticity, and emotional connection that resonates with both internal teams and external audiences. If you found this crash course helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insightful content. And as always, keep thinking, growing, and reaching for your dreams. See you in the next video.